was like I started remembering my childhood, and I wanted to pass on those traditions of being on the water and boating to our daughter. So that's why we're starting to get back into it again.
How'd you get here? Like, what was the story to get you to boating?
I grew up in Florida, and on the
That's
East
right.
Coast in Melbourne, Florida.
Right.
And my dad always had a boat, so we grew up boating as kids. We were in the Keys every summer, snorkeling, scuba diving, fishing offshore.
It's like magical.
It was a wonderful childhood. So yeah, I grew up on a boat. When I moved to New York City to pursue music, I kind of lost.
It's not a lot of boating.
Not a lot of boating in New York City.
Surrounded by water, but there's no boating.
Yeah,
no real boating.
Exactly. When we had a child, it was kind of that. It was like I started remembering my childhood, and I wanted to pass on those traditions of being on the water and boating to our daughter. So that's why we're starting to get back into it again.
Good question. Daughter like it?
Daughter loves it. In fact, the last day of school this year, we're bringing her and a bunch of her friends out on the boat.
Oh, no kidding. Nice.
Celebrate the last day of fourth grade.
Now you are the cool dad with the boat.
Right?
Yeah. I'm actually doing that for my 16-year-old this year.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to get to be the cool dad with the boat.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of the perks of boating, right? That was the big spark.
Back to boating
that was the big spark, was like, raising our daughter. I wanted to raise her with similar traditions of boating and just the knowledge you get of, learning how to operate a boat and how to drive a boat through the ocean and through the waters. It's like you learn a lot, and we wanted to pass that on to our daughter.
And I'm trying to remember we met at an open house.
Met you guys at the open house last year.
How did you get to the open house? Like, were you just like,
You're all over the internet, man. You're the boating star, right?
No, seriously.
No, for real. I started researching, I started researching. You guys seemed like you had a really strong community around boating, and that you were, you're always teaching. You're always like teaching people the safety and all the features of the boat. So for me, that was one of the big draws. Was I don't want to just like start boating. I want to like learn some of those fundamentals that I possibly lost along the way, all the rusty stuff, and you're all about it,
So that was the hook. And then we met you at the open house, and you did.
I did the on-water training with you guys after I got my boat safety certificate. I did all the training on-water courses with you guys, and then we did a bunch of rentals last year.
And that fit.
And we loved it last year. We were out at Lake Hopatcong last year. We did 5 rentals, and this year we decided to join the club full time. So for me, it was like, what is this boat club thing? Because I can't afford a boat yet, but I want to be on the water.
Right. A bunch of money, you got to invest in it. And then you got to invest a bunch of time in it. Just makes it not feasible.
Right. And then there's space. Where do I park a boat? All of it. And then you got to learn to trailer and,
And I go back into that's to go find a spot I'm going to take 5 hours to go find the right marina.
Right.
Like I got that kind of time.
Exactly.
I think that's my biggest competitor.
It is because the boating season here is very short too.
I think the time thing, I think my time crushes us because I can't get folks to say, hey, I'm going to go carve out a couple hours and go train so I can then go be comfortable on the boat. It's like, I just want to get on the water. And it's like,
got to train.
Boating that's not boating.
Yeah,
because that's our challenge with boating.
Without the proper training, you're not going to be comfortable on the water.
No,
you're going to be nervous,
and then it sucks.
And it sucks, exactly.
And by the way, that's why we do all the training, because if I can get you trained, get you hooked. If I can get you hooked to go out there and enjoy this, why wouldn't you do it?
Exactly.
This is remarkable.
There's no better way, and like I said, you guys made it easy for us to make the decision. Starting off with the rentals, for like any beginners out there, any people thinking about it, my advice is like, start off with the rentals for a season, maybe 2 seasons, and then decide if like going all the way into the club is the right thing. And for us, it took 1 season of renting
and some training.
Absolutely a lot of training. And then we were in, I decided I want to be a full member of the club so I can have all of the benefits.